Hi, today I'm looking at spotlights. What's wrong with them? Well, the normal thing would be lack of efficiency. So they used to be 50-watt halogen ones, but of course nowadays most lights are LED. So it's a 10 times improvement in efficiency. But the remaining big problem with spotlights, which often if they're fireproof ones will be something like this, is that you have gaps from the bottom, so you get around the edge of the light, and that opens up to this gap at the side, which goes straight into the roof void. So on this bedroom, we used to have a problem with wasps getting in the air bricks, which are the end of the roof, going all the way across the roof, formed a wasp's nest up in the roof, and the bloody wasps would crawl out in between the light and the holder. And I'm guessing they went through this hole at the side. Big problem, because you get wasps obviously coming in the bedroom. The other problem, so even though this supposedly is fireproof and mostly blocked off around the sides, is you still have air gaps at the top, these holes all the way around the top, which is to allow the hot air from the bulb to escape. And in the roof construction, they say not to put insulation around it as well. So a lot of hot air is just disappearing up in the gaps around here. You get spiders and cobwebs as well forming around there as well, other insects. And on a windy day, you can actually feel the draft around there. And especially when you take out the holder, which we'll show in a minute, you can feel quite a draft around it. So despite lots of insulation and heat insulation regulations, if at the same time people put loads of spotlights in, which they like to do because it looks a bit better, then you're chucking all of that out the window. And a lot of your heat energy is just disappearing out into the roof void, so it's a waste of time insulating it. Well, partly. And nowadays there are better alternatives. So I got given a box of these to try. So fully sealed, waterproof as well, or splash proof at least. Shallow depth, high efficiency LEDs, can also be dimmed. Quick connect blocks on them as well. Get your electrician to install those. And you'll have something like that where it's fully sealed, no air gaps around it. These ones were a little bit bigger than the original holes, so I had to do a little bit of cutting out the plasterboard with one of these, made a bit of a mess. Held the tray underneath, got a handheld Hoover or Dyson to clear up the mess. But a pretty quick job. So these quick connectors, just show you on the wires from the old bulb. You just push on these tabs at the side, and then there's two holes that you can put two wires into. Just pop it in by pushing on that, and then you can see it's a nice snug fit that's not going to come out. Quite often in the lighting circuits you'll have two cables coming together as it forms a sort of ring circuit. So conveniently you've got two holes, so you can have two neutral, two live, two neutral. Got the wrong cable in that one, doesn't matter, because I'm just demonstrating the cable lock. And yeah, quite firm. It's difficult to pull out one-handed, so I'll have to do it two-handed. And there it is out again. So yeah, straightforward. These things just lift up, go in the hole, both sides, and hold it in place. These obviously squash down against the plasterboard on the inside. These have a switch on the side for changing the temperature or colour of the bulb. So in the warm setting, which is that setting, it's a fairly, well, I suppose yellowy orangey sort of light. That one's supposedly neutral, setting to the middle, and more of a bluey, quite a cold white on the other side. For a bedroom, which is what this is, then I quite like the warmer type of light. This is on a low setting on the dimmer, so they are dimmable. See, that one is noticeably yellow, the old bulb. Similar sort of yellowish colour on the new one. Straightforward job. That's the box. It's got various stickers on it saying it's IP44, CE and so on. Can't vouch for any safety ratings of it, but I'm sure you can get similar ones that you're happy with or your electrician is happy with. And that's it, just a quick look at these light bulbs to be given to me to have a look at. Probably wouldn't use them in a room that's got a room above, because I wouldn't think they're fire safe ones, because the body is made of plastic. I can't guarantee that. Whereas these old ones were metal. But on this room, it's just a flat roof. There's no room, habitable room above. So make your own mind up, but that's less of an issue for me. And yeah, should help to keep the room a bit warmer and stop insects getting in. So one side benefit of these new lights is once I've changed them all, then I've got much more range on my dimmer that's attached to them. So it goes down to much lower levels than I had before. So that's nice. All right, thanks for watching. Good luck with yours. Cheers, bye.